As a photographer, natural history filmmaker, I carry a lot of cameras. But more and more, I'm finding that the Pixel 7 Pro has quickly become my go-to everyday camera. In this video, I want to share with you a few of my favorite features, some settings, and a few tricks that can help you get the most out of the camera on this phone. The camera features a 50 megapixel primary rear-facing camera and an 11 megapixel front-facing selfie camera. It has 3 different rear lenses, which gives us a lot of flexibility to be creative. It has a 14mm wide lens, a 24mm standard lens, and a 120mm telephoto, all of which are optical. The 3 lenses are very effective for travel photography. Here are just a few images I captured utilizing each lens during travel. Because the zoom range essentially covers the focal lengths I use the most, I consider this feature among my favorite, especially because I can access them so easily. My suggestion is to make sure that the ratio is set to full image in the camera settings menu. This will allow you to capture the sensor's full end-to-end resolution. The zoom is super helpful when shooting nature, especially animals I can't exactly walk up to. As a nature photographer, I find myself using the zoom like a pair of stabilized binoculars. The camera automatically switches between the different lenses if I zoom in or out with my fingers, or I can quickly switch between the different modes by swiping left or right in the menu down here. You can see the wide angle looks just like that. The wide angle looks pretty cool, but say I want to go in 2x and I'm going 2 times there, same shot, 5 times, and I'm starting to get that compression. But here's the cool thing. You can start going up to 20, up to 30x, and look at this. I can see people way up on top of that mountain, take a picture, and see that the stabilization is working on this camera. It's quite impressive that you can get this kind of resolution from that far away. Speaking of focal lengths, another favorite feature of the camera are its macro photography abilities. Did you know you can get as close as 3 to 5 centimeters to subject in macro mode? From flowers in my yard to water droplets on leaves, this is one of the most fun modes on the phone. It's all about those small details. These are my quick tips to make the most out of your macro photography. First, I suggest making sure the macro mode is set to auto. That can be done in the settings menu. This allows the quickest and most convenient use of the mode. Once that's set, your phone knows that you're going in for that close shot. Then, just do what I do and find the little things to photograph. Here's a few examples. Remember, when shooting macros, make sure you vary your angles. While shooting top-down is instinctive, don't be afraid to experiment with other angles. You got the flexibility to be creative, do shots of flowers like this, get a macro shot right there like that, and then go to 0.5 and get a really cool angle like this of the flowers. It's easy to get caught up in the megapixel count, but it's not all about the number of pixels. It's about how the phone uses those pixels to capture and process the image to a fine art quality result. Take a look at these images I shot in Iceland. The dynamic range and the ability to shoot RAW are definitely a bonus. To capture the most data available, you get the option to shoot RAW. It's a must for any serious photographer. Take a look at this image I captured in Brazil. Notice how much shadow detail is available in the palm trees. So another feature I find myself using combines a camera and the Google Photos app. Removing objects and people from the background has never been easier. Here's a scenario at the beach I filmed the other day. Okay, so here's a composition that I really like. It's Point Doom in a lifeguard tower, but there's something about this that I don't like, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. So let's take the picture first. I'm gonna start at 2x. Go to 1x, see what the wide lens looks like. It's kind of cool with the wide lens because you got those little striations in the clouds. Then I can go to 5x, and 5x does bring in that compression a little bit, brings Point Doom right to us, and I'm gonna focus on Point Doom here. And then I'm gonna take one that's vertical just because I like vertical shot as well. And I'll show you right now what I don't like about this composition, but something that you can do in Google Photos that is pretty phenomenal. And I can do it right now. You just hit edit here. And then I can go to the magic eraser. And with the magic eraser, I can do exactly what it says. See this trash can here? I don't like it. Let's get rid of it. Gone. Let's get rid of this trash can too. Perfect. See that? It's gone. And this one too. Let's see if we can get this one down. It's incredible, incredible. And right here, gone. And so there's my composition now. I just erased that, hit done, and now I have no trash cans in there. Okay, so I just gave you a few reasons why the Pixel 7 Pro has become my go-to travel camera. Now, next week, I'm headed to New Mexico to use a feature that I did not mention today. That is the night sight feature. And it is something that sets this phone in a league of its own. I can't wait to photograph the Milky Way there using nothing but my Pixel 7 Pro.